in this program will be the current problem in Yemen, and with us are Anna Isabella, Joanna, Juan Pablo, Julian, and Rudy from different parts of the world to explain this problem.
Good evening, Mr. Fabiano. Yemen is a city that has been punched by the hand of a failed sovereignty, inducing it even more in poverty. This civil war is a multipolar conflict with both regional and local components, the result of a corrupt-centric state that became incapable of enforcing the rule of law. The conflict has its roots in the failure of a political transition supposed to bring stability to Yemen following an Arab Spring uprising that forced its long-time authoritarian president Ali Abdullah Saleh to hand over power to his deputy Abdrahud Mansour Hadi in 2011. The bulk of Yemen's northern highlands and the capital city of Sana'a remain under the control of the Houthis and their allies. Amid ongoing fighting, conditions in the country continue to deteriorate. The country's infrastructure and industrial capacity are in ruins, and the humanitarian crisis is edging toward famine. Even areas now under the control of the Hadi government are riven with instability.
By the moment, the winner of the civil war is Al-Qaeda. Yemen is experiencing a brutal and devastating conflict that is causing 1 civilian to die every 3 hours. The biggest problem is the outbreak of cholera, a highly contagious and dangerous disease. The civil war began with the uprising of Houthi weapons by the Hadi government in 2014. The Arab Alliance launched an offensive against the rebel, and the rebel clashed between 2004 and 2010 in the north of Yemen. The origin of the crisis started after the 2011 with a revolution against the regime of Ali Abdullah, who gave the power to Hadi.
Thank you, Mr. Nicola. After living in Yemen, these are the actors I saw involved. Then we have the regional actors, the Houthi movement, a branch of Ireland that possesses a third of the Yemeni population. Then we have the President Hadi, officially installed at the head of state in February of 2012. His predecessor Saleh, whom he served as vice president. The President Saleh, one of the Arab world's oldest autocrats, was forced to transfer command to his vice president Al-Hadi under the Riyadh agreements in November 2011. Also, we have Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula. Due to the fracture of the Yemeni army between the followers of Hadi and Saleh, had given wings to the jihadists. And we have international actors involved, like Saudi Arabia and 8 other Arab countries, mostly Sunni and supported by the United States, the United Kingdom, and France, that they are launched airstrikes against the Houthis, with the state aim of restoring Hadi's government. This coalition faced against Iran, the mostly Shia country, and Saudi Arabia's southern neighbor.
Okay, the armies of USA, UK, and France collaborate in the war effort in different ways. The main interest of the ones during the conflict is geostrategic. The Strait of Bab el-Mandeb, that is next to the coast of Yemen, is one of the most important for maritime navigation. This strait separates the Arabian Peninsula from Africa. The Europeans and US fear that the control of the strait is in the hands of Houthis and directly on Iran. It should be taken into account that Saudi Arabia is a close ally of the West, while Iran is part of the axis of evil, and that's why Saudi Arabia supports Hadi's civil war against the Houthis. We therefore have 2 reasons for involving in the conflict at the international level. The first one is the geostrategic situation of the Strait of Bab el-Mandeb, and the other one is Saudi Arabia and Iran, who are disputing regional hegemony.
The general evolution of the conflict in Yemen has unfolded over several years, beginning with the Arab Spring in 2011. Pro-democracy protesters took to the streets in the bid to force President Ali Abdullah Saleh to end his 33-year rule. However, this conflict has divided into 2 main categories: pro-government forces led by President Hadi and anti-government forces led by Houthis, who are backed by former President Saleh. In recent months, figures have appeared in Hadi's exiled government, with his former security advisor Adairus al-Subadai and former cabinet member Hani bin Braik spearheading a secessionist movement with Emirati backing.
Thank you very much, Nicola, and good evening, everyone. For the last 6 months, according to the World Health Organization and the United Nations, the conflict is the worst humanitarian crisis in the world, with more than 10,000 deaths. However, on the 18th of December, a truce between the Houthis, supported by Iran, and the Yemeni government has been concluded in Sweden. The UN wished that those agreements will permit food and medical help to arrive in the country easily, as war in Yemen put 14 million of people on the edge of starvation. In the meantime, attacks and explosions seems not to stop. In fact, they have been increasing even though the 3-month ceasefire and according to the Norwegian Refugee Council, 348 civilians have been killed in the two provinces, which are Aja in the north and Thais in the south.